It is a drizzly morning, and we have deployed the umbrellas. Time to break out the queen, right, Echo?
Yeah.
And Echo has learned the finer points of traveling in a rain kilt. I love my skirt. You can just plop yourself right down on some wet piece of property and not soak your bottom. So we're about to get going. We've got some tracks to make. Said Pooch never. Okay, bye. We're getting a little rained on today. Thus we have the umbrellas. We haven't talked about gear in a while, so let's talk about umbrella gear, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Okay. We both carry an umbrella. There's a little more to it than that. It comes from, the ones we carry anyway, come from Z-Packs. They have a reflective top, so you can use them in a bright sun as well. Everyone wants to know, how do they connect to the pack as you're walking? So, right here, you can see there's a clip where my thumb is. And that's just how it connects. You can also get those clips from Z-Pack. So, that's what we've done. Z-Pack's umbrella. We don't use it every time it rains, but on a day like today when it's going to rain all day and we're relatively dry. If I was wet, I wouldn't be using it because wet is wet. But right now it's nice. Keeps the rain out of my face. Echo's eating almonds.
Tell them about your skirt.
Oh my gosh, of course, my skirt. Also from Z-Pack, hang on. I'm sporting this. This has turned out to be one of my favorite pieces of gear. It is a rain kilt by Z-Pack. It is made of Dyneema. The best part about this, I put it on and I can just plop myself down anywhere on any wet log, I just plop myself right down in the grass sometime. And it's becoming the most favorite gear of mine. I love it. So, also from Z-Pack. I think it's the only thing we really have from Z-Pack. Oh, hang on a second. Do that again, Echo. Echo's wearing her rain mitts. Veritas rain mitts. That is nice. Keeps your gloves dry.
Hands dry.
And hands dry. In her case, she's not even wearing gloves, just hands dry. We're gonna get back to walking in the rain. Sorry about the crazy camera work here, but what do you do when you're on a budget? Echo and I found a pizzeria right where this trail took a blue blaze to the shelter, so here we are eating pizza from the pizzeria. And you said there wouldn't be donut shops. There are pizza shops though. So here we are at Corner Knob with the pizzeria. How's yours?
It's very good.
Yes. It's a little wet on a day like today. If you like wet pizza, it's the best wet pizza I've ever had. Oh, here's something, this is something Echo brought up. You know, I have a hard time drinking water when it's raining. Echo said, well, add a little flavor to it, it'll make you want to drink water. So there we are. We added flavor. Thank you, Echo, for that trail hint. We were talking about rain gear because this is the perfect rain gear. It's a good reindeer day. It's a rain gear day. And Echo and I both wear a rain jacket. We got it from REI. I don't know if there's a name on it, but it works. It works unless you get it soaking wet, then it soaks through. But that's a positive because that means it is not. It means it breathes. You can have one of those yellow slickers that a lobster fisherman would wear, but it would not breathe, and you'd be sweating. So either way, you end up wet. So wet is wet. But I like it a lot. I wear it all the time, even when it's not raining. And we were just talking about this. This is our first day really in the rain in the Smokies. I've had some rainy days outside Smokies, but in the Smokies, we've only had one rainy day, and this is it. We got pretty lucky. Look, caught Echo, and she's not eating. This Echo pointed out. Echo said, every time I'm on camera, I'm slouched over eating. So I took her food away. That's why we got.
Now I have to talk.
Okay. Hey, this is something that you speaking of having to talk. This is something that you pointed out. Last night, we got to the shelter, and there were 3 young college guys there. They were very respectful. They honored, hiker midnight, so it wasn't crazy. They were quiet. It was a good night with them. But here's what Echo pointed out. They all had big packs. So I thought, okay, it's possible that they're northbound going to Maine. And Echo said, what? No, they're not going to Maine. And I said, how do you know that, Echo? How do you know that, Echo, that they were not going to Maine?
We walked into the shelter and they had not staked their claim on where they wanted to sleep.
Yes, so that's the thing. Through hikers will throw a flag down like it's an Oklahoma land rush.
You want a good spot in the shelter.
And they had not done that. They were just yucking it up outside, having salmon and all kind of other smelly lunches. And Echo and I walked in, and the first thing we did was claim our spot. So that's what a day hiker and a through hiker difference is that you got to go in there and claim your spot right away. So, yeah, that was spot on. Yes. We've noticed that before. Any of the through hikers we've seen, that's the first thing they do is go in there and roll that bedroll out and claim their spot. So, good observation there.
Thank you.
You want your nuts back?
I do want my nuts
Okay.
back.
Coming up the trail, there's a great viewpoint here. If you have a good imagination. I bet on any other day, it would have been spectacular. So, all right, boogie on, Pooch. This is debris from a plane crash that happened out here. The navigator of the plane was from Irving, Texas. The plane crash happened in 1984, and it's supposed to be spread over about 20 acres out here. They were traveling about 450 miles an hour whenever it just crashed into the Smokies. One of the pilots was from Alabama. The other one, like I said, was from Irving, Texas. This was a Phantom II plane. It was a military plane. And the cause of the crash has never been determined. But it is literally, this is the trail. It is literally right on the trail. Well, I don't know what this is, but it looks like snow from far away. It's got a tint of green to it. It's got like a little light green snow. Anyway, I like that too. Maybe there's someone out there that knows what that is. A little closer. Well, educate the rest of us. Leave a note in the comment.